You are worthy of all praise, and my heart will sing how great is our God. You're the name above all names. You are worthy of all praise, and my heart will sing how great is our God. How great is our God? Sing with me, how great is our God? And always sing how great is our God. How great is our God? Sing with me, how great is our God? And always sing how great. I'm pretty sure we all have fond memories and treasured memories with our associates. So what you're going to do, what you're going to do next is take some tribute to your life story. You can sit to your life. First of all, I invite Crystal and Nisha to say their comments, share some memories with us.
Good morning, everyone. Auntie was truly like a second mother to me. She was deeply spiritual and incredibly joyful with a wonderful sense of humor. One-liners and jokes gave her joy to be around. She didn't need a special occasion to bring us together. She was always ready to host, ensuring our bellies were full and our spirits high. She was a woman of remarkable strength, fighting valiantly until her last breath. Her legacy lives on through her son Charles, who is one of the kindest, most loving, and generous men I know. She raised him with such care and devotion that his character reflects the best of her values. I remember about 20 years ago, when Charles and I were about 17 years old. We were planning to go out, and she called me up and she said, I know you okay, but make sure you hold Charles in the road. I want Auntie and Charlie to know that my hand is over here, ready to support Charles as he navigates through any path ahead of him. He's family for me, and me and my wife Isha are always here for him. Though Auntie may no longer be with us, her memory will forever reside in our hearts. Auntie, we love you and we'll miss you dearly.
Next up, I would like to invite Jane and Stephen to share something.
Susirawathie, you've been such a powerful testimony of God's resilience, selflessness, and compassion. It has been so admirable to witness the way you've led, loved, guided, encouraged, and truly championed children. Over these past few years, we've had many a good moment, especially doing life together, which I often do say, including adventurous times with Gray and Scotty, to gatherings around the table filled with laughter, yet heartfelt conversations. But what I will hold tight the most was your constant checking in on us, especially when we're going through something. To lighten the room with your grace, you have been such a beacon of hope and light, displaying life full of color. We've seen you fight, and we've also seen you conquer, all whilst keeping your chin up, giving us the best smile, and making plans already on what to do next, of course. Though the past little while hasn't been the easiest, it brings great comfort to know you're finally at peace, having the most joyous time with our Father as you do cartwheels of joy. Getting to know you, getting to spend time with you, to now getting to celebrate you and remember you, we will always carry you in our hearts and treasure you. We love you, Auntie, and we'll miss you.
I think if Susirawathie was holding this mic, we all know who she would be talking about today. So Charlie, Mom adored you and she took so much pride in watching you grow into the remarkable man you are today. She would often speak of your heart of gold, unwavering determination, love for God, and commitment to your family and everyone around you. And these are a true reflection of her and the values she instilled in you. The last few years may not have been easy, but through it all, you have been a pillar of strength, resilience, and compassion. Charlie, you're selfless, and that's just like your mom. I don't remember a time when I've met Auntie where she wasn't doing something for someone else. Even until the last days, when we met her in the hospital bed when she was in pain, one of the first things she asked us when we walked in was how my mom was doing. And that's just who she was. Her selflessness, passion for God and people lives on in each other. Today, as we celebrate Auntie's life, we also celebrate you. She would have wanted us to acknowledge the impact you've had, not only on her life, but on those around you, including many in this room. And in times like this, it's often hard to find joy. And Auntie's life was marked with this, and it's only fitting that in this moment, we choose joy. And may the joy of the Lord truly be our strength. Charlie, we are here for you, we love you. And Uncle, we are praying for you, and may God be your strength.
We'd like to welcome Krishna and Raju to share their comments with us.
Susirawathie is the most beautiful soul I had the honor of knowing. She was someone who was very honest. She would say things to your face, but she always did it with love and grace. She was the first person to actually make me feel the genuine love of a mother. She would at times say that she didn't feel beautiful because of the toll that the cancer took on her. But I always argued otherwise because she truly was beautiful. The way she walked, the way she spoke and carried herself. And as much as it was hard to see her on the hospital bed, so weak and fragile, she was still so beautiful. When I hear the word joy, she's the first person that comes to mind because she was joyful all the time, even in her pain and struggles. She cared for others so deeply and had such a serving heart. She saw the good in everyone and she taught me to do the same. She'd always talk about how much she loves Charles, how he was her everything, and how he's given her everything under the sun and the moon. I would go to her house pretty much every day and spend time with her. We used to call each other best friends. We used to bond over our love for animals. We would laugh and make jokes, mostly making fun of luxury. I'd sometimes go with her to walk her day. I miss those little moments that we had, and it's hard to know I'll never be able to experience that again. But one thing that keeps me going is the fact that she's with the Father, and she is happy, and she wants for us to feel the same. I know that eventually I'll see her again, and although the wait is a little too long, it is worth it. Knowing Susirawathie has been the most honoring and loving experience. She's always been sure to express her love to everyone who had the privilege to spend time with her. She always felt God's compassion through her life and always spoke about how everyone just needs to be loved and know what God's love is through our lives, which she did a great job at. And that's exactly the reason why we're standing here remembering her and celebrating her honesty, warmness, sassiness, kindness, selflessness, and perseverance has always inspired me and will always be etched in my life. And I know that part of Susirawathie, the joy, the privilege of experiencing Auntie will always be a part of us. And I'm sure that even through Charles' life, we'll be able to enjoy that. She was a very strong, praying woman of God, very much young at heart. She loved creating drama, and she really wanted to be an actor, if you guys didn't know. And her love for Charles and how much she's so proud of him was like a song she kept singing every moment she had. She always reminded me of Esther the Deborah, so courageous, brave, strong, obedient, and very motherly. She showed me what is to have joy and strength even in the toughest days. Her childlike laughter, tight hugs and kisses, picking on me about my big eyebrows and how Vishnu is her best friend. All her girl talks has always and will always be a smile on my face. I truly miss her, but I am happy that she is no longer suffering. She's back with her father, where she belongs. I'm sure she must be enjoying making endless supplies of mojo, kiribut, little minutes, and sambal for everyone there. The life she lived on this earth has blessed and touched every one of us, and we will always remember her impact on our lives. It is an honor being able to be loved by Susie Auntie, and I thank God for that. Next up, I would like to invite Mahima to share a few comments with us.
Hi, everyone. So I've only had the pleasure of knowing Auntie for a few years, and in those years I've learned two things about her. One was that she was a woman of faith. She was very resilient. She lived a life with a lot of challenges, and so she had a lot of stories to share. But every story would end with two words, but God. It was always, but God, He was there for me, but God, He saved me, but God, He healed me. There was never a moment in her life where her focus wasn't God. And the second thing I learned was she loved being a mother. If God was her first focus, her second focus was always Charles. And there was never, and that mothering nature of hers didn't end with just Charles. It extended to everyone that Charles brought and invited to her. And she would comfort us, she would celebrate with us. And some of us have experienced a very gentle scolding. Um, so she was a very mothering person to anyone that she met. And in a world without her, we find joy in the legacy that she leaves behind, which is her awe-inspiring faith, her, her son who embodies all of her good qualities, and a whole lot of us who are better for knowing her. I remember one of my last conversations with her. She was saying, I can't wait for all this to be over. So I'm no longer in pain and I can just go for a vacation and enjoy a nice holiday. And that's how I like to think of her as now. She is no longer in pain, enjoying a nice holiday with the God that she never lost faith.
Now I would like to welcome Dorian to share his comments with us. Today we are honoring, celebrating, and remembering Susirawathie. As we bid farewell to her today, we are not just mourning her absence, but celebrating her life, her legacy, her impact. Her heart was welcoming and warm. She made everyone